Okay, folks, let's check in with Tommy MacBride's journey with another quick update. So, in the previous video, I had selected the Tier 5 national opponent, thinking that would be a good stepping stone and a good test towards the national title challenge that MacBride now qualifies for on reputation. Just because his reputation said so didn't mean that I was ready to put him in that position yet. So that's the distinction I was making at the time. However, I rolled a 0-2 on his training camp roll, which is an injury that scuttled that fight and then pushed his next fight out 2 or 3 months. So that would have been April of 1957. So he lost the opportunity to fight that Tier 5 opponent. And of course, since there was no fight, then there was no result and there was no development and no chance of a stage advancement. That just postpones everything. So I move ahead to June of 1957. So we're halfway through the year, and MacBride is yet to defend the Ohio River Valley lightweight title. And since there was no guarantee with this guy that we're going to get a national title, I'm still clinging on, still holding on to that regional title. So, my personal feelings on that Ohio title is that it would have to be defended at least twice a year. Otherwise, he would be stripped of it. So, coming into June, it's time to do that. So, he came into that fight with a record of 14-1-2 with 11 knockouts. Since the regional title would only be contested by a Tier 3 opponent, then I didn't need to roll the other opponents. Tier 3 is what I rolled. I rolled a 3x17, which gave us Devin Hammond. And then, as you see, that was a short-lived fight. I really thought Hammond would give him a better test than this, but his chin of 2 matched up with MacBride's considerable power of 7 didn't work out very well, and Hammond was downed twice. Got off to a good start, 5-1 lead in punch points through the first half of round 1, and then MacBride just let him have it, walloped him twice. He was down in the first round and nearly 1 point away from being stopped right there. And then round 2, it was pretty much all MacBride having his way until the big straight right connected in the 140 segment. And Hammond was counted out cold at 155 of round 2. So MacBride at this stage easily defended the regional title, the Ohio River Valley Lightweight Championship. I believe that was his 4th defense and 5th time he's fought for that title. So, from there, what happened? Yeah, so he rolled in the rust column also, I should add, for that Hammond fight, which took his defense down a notch. I had the choice between defense and con. So I went with defense because I didn't fear that guy's power too much. And that worked out fine. So KO2 was the result. That's going to be +3 to his reputation. Another title defense always looks good. And then this happened. So I rolled both D20s. And just like I did, I don't know, about 10 fights ago now, I got both a normal development and a stage advancement at the same time. And the normal development was an increase in endurance or durability, which increases endurance. And then the stage advancement took him from adept to prime. So he didn't spend, that was only his 5th fight in the adept stage. So moving on from that one fairly quickly. So now he's in his prime. And the roll there, I didn't write it down, but it was both, it was his con in both categories, against physical and against tactical. So his updated ratings are he's a physical 6/7, And let's see, 2776487 are his numbers across the board. Still a 0 finisher, which that's an improvement from where he started. His endurance goes up a couple points because of the durability increase to 22. And now he's in his prime. He's 22 years old, 1 month shy of his 23rd birthday. And I'm looking now at thinking this is the time to go ahead and challenge for the national title. His reputation is 44, so he's over that threshold by 4 points. It's his 19th fight, his first in his prime stage. And here's my thinking. I still kind of want to meet Joe Thomas again. Well, that hasn't happened yet. I gave a name also. You remember I had previously rolled a champion at this level. I guess it's over here. Yeah, he was a 6x15 in Tier 6. Really good, solid fighter all the way around. Just a tough guy. I gave him a name, Angel Padilla. From San Antonio, and so that is the national lightweight potential or previous national lightweight champion. And so when I come to this juncture now in August of 1957, I'm thinking there could be 3 possible champions at this stage. It could still be Padilla holding that title, or maybe he's vacated it and moved up. It could be Joe T, my old rival, or it could be somebody else now. So, the 1 and 2 on a D6 is the somebody else. The 3 or 4 is the previous and current champion Padilla. And then 5 or 6 means that Joe T is there to be had again. So, I'm kind of hoping for the 5 or 6, of course. I rolled a 6. Guess what? So, apparently Padilla has moved up and vacated that title. And maybe he's going after something at the continental level now. And my old friend Joe Thomas is the new current national champion. This is the guy we met as our first national opponent. He was the Michigan State champ. And I've been wanting a rematch. And finally, we're going to get it here because having impressively defended the lightweight title, MacBride is now ready and in his prime to test himself at the national title level. So, coming up next, I'll actually roll tape on that fight, the rematch with Joe Thomas. And let's see, where are his old stats? All right, so here we have Joe Thomas. Yeah, we lost the majority decision to him in our 11th fight. So, with Thomas, we are now in our 19th fight, so that is 8 fight cycles. And we're going to assume that Thomas has had the same number. So, I'm going to roll to see if he had any normal developments. There's 2, 4, 6, so far none. 8, I rolled a 5. He came close a couple times, so no normal developments for Joe Thomas during that time. And I will say there is a probably 2/3 chance of a stage advancement. And meaning 1 through 4. I rolled a 6, so none of that. So Thomas now is virtually the same as he was when we saw him 8 fights ago. That bodes well because MacBride, with this most recent advancement, has significantly improved. So that's what we'll do next time out. It will be MacBride versus Thomas, a rematch, grudge match for the United States Lightweight Championship.